Okay. And mute. Okay, there we go. Share screen.
You may not realize it, but trillions of microscopic organisms, or microbes, call the human body home. These tiny microbes live on and in us, outnumbering our human cells 10 to 1. 95% of these microbes live in our gut and even have a name, the gut microbiome. Scientists are actively studying the relationship between our gut microbiome and our health, and what they've discovered is life-changing. Scientific studies have shown that our gut microbiome is essential to our health and happiness, and there's a lot of reasons why. First, gut microbes keep us healthy by educating and training our immune system to fight off invaders. This boosts your body's ability to deal with toxins, allergens, or harmful microorganisms. Want to know what else lives in your gut? 70% of your body's immune cells. This means when your gut is healthy, it can improve your overall health by leaps and bounds. We also have these microbes to thank for their ability to produce essential vitamins like B12, folate, and vitamin K. Hello, health. Secondly, gut microbes secrete neurotransmitters like GABA, dopamine, and mood-boosting serotonin, 90% of which is produced in the gut. So if you are looking to improve your mood, you've come to the right place. Good microbes have the ability to reduce stress hormones and anxiety. Hello, happiness. Lastly, gut microbes can also help keep our weight in check. Good gut microbes like Akkermansia play a critical role in metabolism, impacting how much energy we burn and how much fat we store. But that's not all. Gut microbes are also vital for digestion and help us break down nutrients to fuel our bodies. So, how do our gut microbiomes get so unhealthy? Well, things like antibiotics, poor diet, high sugar, artificial sweeteners, soda, processed foods, and food additives strip our bodies of these important microbes. You add even more damage if you're under stress, don't get enough sleep, and you aren't exercising enough. Bloating, discomfort after meals, constipation, excess gas, and even bad breath are signs of something called dysbiosis, which means your gut is out of whack. If you are suffering from these conditions, you aren't alone. Dysbiosis affects 3 out of every 5 adults in North America. The good news is that you can get your gut back in balance and reaping the benefits of those amazing gut microbes. And good gut health is closer than you think. First, feed those good microbes with prebiotic fibers. Then seed your gut with good microbes found in probiotics. You can find these in supplements and in foods like yogurt. By doing this, you'll be able to nurture and grow your own complex and invisible community that is essential to your health. Bottom line, when your gut microbiome thrives, it means a healthier and happier you.
Okay. That was an amazing video. I love that because it explains it so well, how gut health impacts all of your health. So again, my name is Miriam. For those of you that have come on, I want to tell my story about Plexus. Started about 7 years ago. I had 2 little ones in daycare and they were sick all the time. They had colds, they had flus, they had hand and mouth, whatever that's called, disease, whatever it was, they got it. And they came home and brought it to me. So I was sick all the time. I was missing work. It was ridiculous. So I actually got so frustrated with it that I reached out on Facebook and posted, somebody please tell me that they have something better than these Flintstone vitamins that I've been giving my kids. And my sweet friend Mindy reached out to me and said, Miriam, you got to try Plexus. They have a whole line of kids products. They have a multivitamin and probiotic in one, and it's really a game changer. So I said, yes, absolutely. We started them right away. I started taking the products as well. And we definitely noticed a change in our immune health and our immune systems. Now, 7 years later, we rarely go to the doctor. I cannot tell you, I was sick. I would get sinus infections, strep throat probably every year. And I can't tell you the last time I was on antibiotics. So these products have completely changed my family's health. Before I started taking Plexus, we were having some difficult times as a family. And I started having chest pains and I was sure that I was having a heart attack. I went to the doctor, we did all the tests, and she's like, Miriam, you know what, I think you're just struggling with a little bit of anxiety and depression. So she prescribed me citalopram and Xanax. And I started taking those, and it seemed to help a little bit, but there were still, I got to tell you, there were days when I couldn't get out of bed. And I put on a significant amount of weight, which didn't make me happy. And it just wasn't working as well. Now, fast forward, they start taking the Plexus products, and then they introduced a product called VitoBiome, which is my absolute favorite. It is a probiotic with probiotic strands that are actually proven to improve your mood and your overall health. So I started taking that as well, and I was able to wean off my antidepressants. And now it's been 5 years without any of those prescription medications. Overall, since I gained that weight, Plexus and just focusing on my eating, focus on my exercise, I've lost 35 pounds since all of that has happened. So it's been, again, like I said, a total game changer for me. The next part I am going to tell you about, part of my story that I am going to do a very good job of not crying during this part, but forgive me if I do. Last July, my husband unexpectedly passed away in a senseless act of violence. So I was left as a single mom to three kids, and I didn't know what I was doing. I had to just kind of figure it out with the help of God, guiding me every step of the way. And about 7 months after that, I really felt God nudging me. He was like, Miriam, you need to get back into Plexus. And I had always wanted to use Plexus as a additional stream of income for me. And now it kind of became okay, yeah, we need to do this. And so I said, God, I don't know how to do this, because basically I couldn't get out of my own way. I was too worried about what people thought about me, and I was too worried to even share naturally. So I said, you know what, God, I need a mentor. And I need somebody who's done it before, and somebody who can show me how to do it and do it the right way. And so I literally, after I said that prayer, I got on Facebook, and Miss Amy here, who you'll hear from in a little bit, was doing a Facebook Live. And y'all, she literally said the words, I am looking for 1 to 2 people to mentor. And I was like, okay, God, I get it. I get it. I called her up. I was like, Amy, we got to meet. And I told her. And so we have decided to partner. And she has been such a blessing in my life, because she has taught me how to do this the right way. And she has taught me how to get over myself. And because here's what I know, and here's why I share about my story, is because there are people that are suffering in silence, and they are not, they are struggling with things that the doctors can't figure out. And this may be an alternative. And the more research that is going on with gut health and how much it helps your overall health, I'm convinced that this is, to me, now it's a ministry to me that I need to share with other people, regardless of what they think about me. And if you think that I'm only contacting you for Plexus, then you don't really know my heart. So I really appreciate you guys letting me share with you. I do want to introduce my first Plexus customer who joined me on this journey, which is probably similar from most people. She is my sweet mama, and her name is Marni Smith. So Mom, take it away. You have to unmute yourself.
Hi. So how do I follow that? My daughter, the beautiful actress, I mean, she just said it all, doesn't she? And from her heart. And I'm going to try to do that too, although I'm a little rehearsed tonight. I expected to be full screen, Miriam. Am I not supposed to be? Let me see.
You're good. We can see you perfectly.
Okay, good. Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm supposed to be little. My grandchildren keep trying to explain these things to me, Amy. I'm just, what can I say? So anyway, many years ago, when I was a young mom of 2 sons, my sweet daughter was still just a desire of my heart. I was struggling with my own health. I had anemia. The doctor couldn't figure out what to do to help me. And my boys had a battle every 6 weeks with asthma. So then a friend gave me a book on nutrition. And that began my journey of health for our family. We have been following, trying to do natural things for us, for ourselves since then. And then I began to get well, and asthma was a thing of the past for our boys, which was such a blessing. Since then, I have been a faithful consumer of the alphabet vitamins, B, C, D, E, calcium, and magnesium. And excuse me, when my beautiful daughter Miriam was first introduced to Plexus and their health products, I was naturally interested. Gut health was new and fascinating to me. Also, they have a chewable vitamin, which Miriam has already alluded to with her kiddos, which was great for us because I had volunteered to help them when she had to go to work and they were off school because they were sick, which is a lot of the time because they were in preschool. I shouldn't say because they were in preschool, but when they were in preschool. It happened often. And don't get me wrong, I don't miss any chance to spend time with my 8 terrific grandchildren when I can, but I just hated it that they were sick so much of the time. Thankfully, that's a thing of the past too, thanks to Plexus X Factor multivitamin for kids. So since beginning to take the vitamins 5 or 6 years ago myself, I am grateful to say that peaceful sleep and normal digestion have been restored to me. And I believe I have better health and more energy than most women my age, which by the way is 78. In addition, I am nearly at my goal weight, which has eluded me for years. My favorite Plexus products are Triplex, Vital Biome for relief of anxiety. And as Miriam talked about, it just kind of smooths out your mood. I'm new to Vital Biome. My husband is having some health challenges now, and that makes me the caregiver, and they're running around and trying to find information and all of that and get him to do things he's supposed to do. So you might understand I have a little anxiety once in a while, and it's really been helpful. Hydrate is also a favorite of mine, a nice refreshing drink after my workout, and collagen, of course. And my 1-2 punch for a best night's sleep, Mega X and ProBio. I always tell people I just have 2 things: trust God and treat your body like it's the temple of the Holy Spirit. I highly recommend Plexus to you. I hope you'll give it a try. You won't be disappointed. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing, Marni. I love that. I just love that you get to do this together with your daughter, and just what powerful products. So my name is Amy. For those of you who don't know me, I'm going to take a moment and just share a little bit about my story with you and how I got started in Plexus and what it's done for our family. And then I'll hand it back over to Miriam, and she'll do the drawing for us and end for us tonight. So real quick, as I'm speaking, if you are a guest, meaning you have not tried the product before, please go ahead and put in the chat your name and who invited you so that you could be part of that giveaway tonight. But I've been with Plexus for 9 years. And to be honest with you, I am a little bit different than a lot of people who come to Plexus. Even though we have an incredible business opportunity, you would think that more people would come because it's just so generous. But for me, and where I was at the time, I was a teacher by trade, and I had 3 little babies and decided to stay home with them. And before we really could afford to, going from 2-income family to 1-income family is very difficult, as you can imagine. But with childcare and just different things, we decided to downgrade and to, I was going to stay home with them, but it was still really difficult. And I knew I needed to go back to work. I knew I needed to bring in some income from our family. So even though I'd seen my friends sharing on Facebook all about Plexus, how many of you have seen people share on Facebook about Plexus? I did. And I watched my friend for 5 months, and I'd seen other friends doing well. And it wasn't that I wasn't interested. It's just that I didn't think I could afford it at the time. So I just kept watching. But one day she shared on Facebook that she made enough money to cover her product, her house payment, and her car payment. And I was like, what do you mean? So I actually called her. I was like, I need you to show me what you're making. I need to know it's for real. And I ended up just joining for the business opportunity. Now, here's the thing. What she didn't know though, is I was also suffering with extreme migraines. Like I had headaches and migraines ever since I was a kid. and had been in hospitals for before. I tried different medications, like nothing helped my migraines. And I kind of think, and I don't know how you're feeling right now when you hear these stories, but I remember thinking like, if she would have came to me and said, this is going to help your migraines, I would have been skeptical because nothing did before. I mean, how could this help it? Doctors can't help me. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But now what I understand it is very related to my blood sugar. And that's the thing Plexus deals with, is helping your stabilizing your blood sugar, dealing with inflammation, and getting your gut health. Like whatever you're struggling with, check that. And because it seems like, wow, what is this stuff? Is it some miracle? Well, it's our bodies that are a miracle. Our bodies want to heal. We just got to give it the nutrients and vitamins it needs to function how it should. And so I did join for the business. It did absolutely change our lives. It's allowed me to, I want to say maybe I could be maybe 3 or 4 times what I made as a public school teacher, I make with Plexus. And so it's allowed me to stay home. It's allowed me to put my kids in a private Christian school. It's allowed us to get a bigger home where my daughter can have a bedroom. It's allowed just different opportunities, family vacations, like just the little things. I remember one of the first things I did was be able to go to Chick-fil-A and everybody get their own meal, you know? So it's just, it was just a huge blessing to us. But really, the reason I've had success is because the product. When I started not needing naps anymore, when I started not struggling with anxiety, when my migraines went away, that was the biggest thing where I thought, what is this? And I really had to share. I felt more like it was a responsibility because people, like Miriam mentioned, people are suffering in silence. My friend didn't know how I was suffering because I'm pretty positive. If you see my social media, you would be like, oh, look, sidewalk chalk. Oh, we did this little craft. Oh, perfect little homeschool mama. Well, you didn't know that that took 10 minutes. And the rest of the time I was laying on the couch feeling guilty that I just put on a movie because I was so tired and I never felt good. So anyway, so now just like Miriam, it's kind of a mission just to help people not suffer, whether it's product or even financially, because again, this has been a huge financial blessing for us as well. So I'm going to hand it back right over to Miriam so she can do the giveaway and close us out tonight. So take it away, Miriam. You gotta unmute.
Sorry, I was in the chat trying to put the names down. So I think I got everybody that said who they're invited for. So we are going to be giving away the X Factor Kids, the multivitamin and probiotic. If you do not have any special kids in your life, you can also get just the X Factor multivitamin for adults. That's fine. So, but the drawing is going to go to Donna, my friend Donna. Yay! So congratulations, Donna, and I will get in touch with you about getting your product. So again, you guys, thanks so much for being on. If you have any questions, please reach out to myself or to the person who invited you. We would really love to help you get started on these products. We have some recommendations that we can give you for the best products to get started with, depending on what you guys are, struggling with or maybe struggling with. So again, thank you so much for being here. If you guys have any questions, Amy and myself will stay on, and we're going to end the recording, but we can stay on for any questions that you have at this time. So we'll go ahead and end